Let's react to this. Young turds losing their mind about conservatives.
So, okay, here comes the right wing. Kurt Schlichter on Twitter. I don't think we have to tolerate pedophiles because some a-hole shot up a gay bar. Frankly, a lot of people trying to convince us we need to tolerate pedophiles seem to be happy to use any excuse to silence our opposition.
I'm sure he had that take when it came to getting Roy Moore elected in the Senate in Alabama.
No,
right?
Look, the right wing loves
it's
pedophiles.
like such a small screen of mine.
And I'll explain that in a second. So then Timpool responds, because there's no end to the depravity of right-wing media. He says, we shouldn't tolerate pedophiles grooming kids. Club Q had a grooming event.
How is it a grooming event? It's a drag show at a mind your own goddamn business. There's no kids there. Consenting adults can do whatever the hell they please. They don't need your goddamn permission. Oh, do we need permission from grifters now to enjoy our adult lives? Is that what we need?
Golly, they are absolutely freaking out.
I need permission from Beanie Boy Timpool to go to a drag show?
Beanie Boy Timpool.
Shut up and sit down, Tim. How about that? How about that? Always involved in
Timpool, shut up and dribble.
everyone's personal life and personal business. Didn't say a peep when it came to Roy Moore fondling 13-year-old girls and molesting them. Not a peep, because it's all about political power. It's all about getting your guys elected into Congress. And don't give me any of that garbage about how, no, I'm not on the right. I'm not on the right. I just spew right-wing propaganda all day and all night. I'm not on the right. Shut up and sit down.
That. I'm not debating that. He's a monstrous right-winger. He's a terrible, terrible person. Yeah, he's oh yeah, look, I'm jaywalking.
They're going to pull a monstrous right-winger.
I'm progressive, but you know, I think we should all gay people are pedophiles and groomers, and we should all.
They are children there, and I would think that that is our business. Well, yeah. Yeah, you would think you play Mario. I am playing Mario right now. Again, that is where any logical person would draw the line. You know, it's like, sure, you can say it that way, but if they're all over the age of 18, that's another thing. But if there's children there, that's a whole other thing.
All attack them and just do all these horrible things so we can goad our lunatic audience. And yes, Timpool, Matt Walsh, Tucker Carlson, you all have lunatics in your audience and you weaponize them and you know it. I mean, look at him.
Right. No lunatics in this audience.
I'll finish the tweet to be fair. How do we prevent the violence and stop the grooming, he says. Oh, in other words, well, I didn't quite like the way he murdered all those people, but hey, I really like the fact that he attacked these people that I'm calling groomers. Based on nothing. I mean, he said it. Club Q had a grooming event. He said, it's not a goddamn grooming event, you monster. Okay, so what is a drag queen? A drag queen is someone who dresses in a way you don't like. Are you insane? Are you insane? Why do you care how they dress?
What? So a drag queen is somebody who dresses how you don't like? In a way you don't like? I don't like the way you dress, Chank. Where's your tie at? You're basically a drag queen.
Yes.
Boom.
Why do you care? It has nothing to do with kids.
You should go.
Maybe we don't like the way you goddamn dress with your stupid dumb beanie. Okay? So what is it? Should we call you groomer, pedophile?
Don't you love how mad these people get? This is so fabricated. No way you're this mad. If you're this mad at Timpool and Tucker Carlson, go get help. Seriously, get help. Find somebody. Go talk to somebody, because this is ridiculous.
And they say, oh, I know somebody should do something to stop Timpool. He's wearing a beanie. He's a monster. He probably molests little kids because of his stupid beanie. Okay, we don't do that because...
What the frick? What the frick? He molests kids because he has a beanie. How is this a real show? How is this a real take? It's incredible.
Unlike you, we're not trying to get people killed. Unlike you, we're not monsters who are constantly attacking people who are gay and in the LGBTQ community. I'm sick of these right-wingers. Look at it. They're almost celebrating it. I mean, he nearly brought goddamn pom-poms to the shooting.
Listen, if you have problems with men dressing as women or men dressing in drag.
How did I miss that?
You know, first thing I would do as a right-winger is I'd clean my own room, okay? Why don't you go have a conversation with Steven Crowder, who never misses an opportunity to dress as a woman, which I have no problem with, but clearly he has an affinity for it, and you guys seem to think anyone who dresses in drag is somehow a groomer. So why don't you go have a conversation with your groomer buddy, Steven Crowder?
But the right wing are disproportionately
Why does
groomers
he
and
care?
pedophiles.
I don't know.
So let's.
Oh, God. Right wingers are disproportionately. Don't you love that word, disproportionately? Whenever I hear that word used by the left, disproportionately, my antennas go up.
This makes it super clear. I mean, let's talk about what do we know about the giant case.
Why does he care? Because his show revolves around owning the right, even though they make fun of people on the right owning the left.
Cases of pedophilia in this country. Number one is Catholic priests, one of the most conservative professions in America. Right-wingers, Republicans, Catholic priests. And they're always constantly talking about, oh yeah, a Catholic priest said that Nancy Pelosi or Joe Biden couldn't have communion. Catholic priests are the best, they say. And meanwhile, they're the worst pedophiles in the entire country.
And the Boy Scouts.
all of
Boy
them.
Scouts,
Which
they
is
love the Boy Scouts.
All the
right
Boy
wing
Scouts.
compared to the Girl Scouts.
Nests of vipers and pedophiles and groomers, okay? And the right wing's like, yes, I love how they molest the little kids like that. Go get them, Boy Scouts. Go get them, priests. Tell me I'm wrong. You guys love the Boy Scouts.
This is the most unhinged rant I've heard in a long time. Again, on my podcast, what did we say? that event was tragic and incredibly sad. And we're finding out more information about the shooter. Turns out he's not a white Christian nationalist. He's non-binary. What else are we going to find out? I don't know. Because I let the facts roll. I don't just assume like these people do. But let's continue down the road of right-wingers celebrating child molestation. What? I haven't heard that at all. But yeah, this show's real. Crowder dresses in costume in his show all the time. And so do I. It's called a joke. And for fun and silly. I'm not saying, hey kids, dress like me.
Scouts and Catholic priests, you never criticize them. Well, okay, Jeffrey Epstein. Oh, Donald Trump says he's a great friend of mine. He said, I know he likes them young. He said, I know he likes them young. He said it.
Yep.
And he wished Ghislaine Maxwell well twice after she was arrested. The biggest groomer in American history. And as president, from the podium, he's like, oh, I wish her well.
Yeah.
And Timpool, did you say, hey, Donald Trump is a monster who supports pedophiles and groomers?
Well, Donald Trump's his daddy, right?
Yeah.
He's your daddy, right? Timpool, you love your daddy. Daddy can do.
How is this a real show? Donald Trump's your daddy. This is why I watch this show. I'm sorry. I know I had to put you guys through the show, but it's better than SNL. This is better than Weekend Update. This is better than The Daily Show.
Do no wrong. Daddy can go ahead and wish Ghislaine Maxwell and whoever he wants well, knowing full well that this woman was standing trial for literally grooming young girls and women to be molested and sexually assaulted and in some cases raped by Jeffrey Epstein. But your daddy is the one who wished Ghislaine Maxwell well, so that's okay. That's okay.
Biggest pedophiles in American politics, Dennis Hastert, former Republican Speaker of the House, Mark Foley, another Republican who tried to molest the kids who were interns and pages in Congress. And every step of the way, all the Republicans circle the wagons. Roy Moore, oh, our molesters are awesome, they say. Please vote for our molesters and our pedophiles, Republicans say. Republicans, you're guilty, okay? So, oh, you don't like it? Does that hurt your feelings? Meanwhile, you call gay people groomers nonstop, and you don't care about their feelings.
There's actually organizations called Gays Against Groomers, but those aren't real gay people. It's just like black people voting for Republican. They're not real.
Now they're doing another talking point. All teachers are groomers and pedophiles. Why? Because the teachers union gives money to Democrats. So they're trying to destroy the teachers union. So Joe Rogan does it, Timpool does it, every Republican politician does it. And then I'm supposed to care about your goddamned feelings as you encourage people to murder gay people day in and day out? He said it. He talked about how Club Q were groomers after they were massacred. The right wing are monsters. And I'll tell you right now, the number one reason.
What do you think drives people to commit violent acts? It's rhetoric like this. Not Timpool or Steven Crowder. It's insane rhetoric like this.
They constantly talk about pedophilia is because it's going through their heads. Non-stop, they're thinking about kids. I guarantee it. The reason.
No. What happened is that Jeffrey Epstein was convicted, and then nothing ever came from it, and we never got down the names. And then people are just like, forget about it.
Paul wears a beanie is because he's trying to contain the pedophilia that's in his head. That's why he's always talking about it. He's seeing it everywhere.
Oh my God. It's just like clip after clip after clip for me. This is incredible. Molesters on both sides are protected, and that's not okay. I don't care. Evil should be called out regardless of what team they play for.
Why? Because he's projecting. Oh, Tim, did your feelings get hurt? You call everybody groomers and pedophiles, and you have no concern knowing full well there are lunatics who can't wait to murder them in your audience. You can't say that about me. Oh, I can. I don't know that if you are. I do know you show all the signs of it. Two can play at that game.
Yeah, I mean, look, and
keep
going if you want to. Keep going, because you'll go after medical professionals, doctors, nurses. You'll go after teachers. You'll go after workers, all sorts of groups of people who have no power. And then elections roll around, and you're like, wow, how did the Republicans underperform so significantly? Could it be that they spend all their time attacking hardworking people in this country? They spend all their time defaming.
Mr. Tubb, I agree. There's bad on both sides, but the left pushes it more. And they demonize, like they okay it more. They don't see it as grooming. See, that's they don't see it as molestation, grooming, pedophilia. Encouraging children to perform acts on their body that they can't change for the rest of their life. They don't see it as such. So they aren't self-aware of their own hypocrisy, and that's the problem. And that's the problem on both sides, but it's really a problem on shows like this, and that's why I try not to be like that. I don't want to be like this person that, like, if I look in the mirror and there's something wrong with me and say, you know what, it doesn't matter because I'm on the right side. That's what's different. Yep, the left doesn't want to hide it. They just want to normalize. Yeah. Minor attracted person is a real thing. If you don't believe that, look it up. There are people trying to normalize it. It just should be called bad, period. I don't care what side you play for or if you've done a lot of good for this country. Well, let's just forget about it. Like, it's not the game I play. I try to be a realist, and if you're a terrible person, well, you're a terrible person. Like, I don't care if you're a terrible person, but yet you're for border security. Okay, you're okay with me. It's so stupid.
Aiming in the worst possible ways innocent people in this country, because that's their bread and butter, Cenk. So, I mean, the projection point, I think, is a good point because we've seen it play out so many times with so many right-wing public figures.
Using words like murder,
the other possibility is this is Timpool's bread and butter. This is how he makes his money. This is what a small, fat...
James Richards, test. Yeah, I see you, buddy.
...action of rabid right-wing zealots eat up. This is what they want for dinner, and this is what they consume on media, and that's what Timpool and other goons like him provide.
Isn't it amazing that they attack teachers, doctors, scientists, and the average worker saying their wages are too high? Mm-hmm. But they never attack bankers or corporate CEOs.
Not surprising at all. They work.
Oh.
Wait. Now we're talking about corporate CEOs. Isn't it amazing that they aren't talking about climate change on their podcast all the time? I'm just asking the questions. And how did Building 7 go down, huh?
The bankers and the corporations.
Oh, wow, you guys are such populists because you dress like bums. Wow, you're so populist, okay? You're not populist. All you are is glorified
Trash.
fluffers of the powerful. Ironically, Timpool is on his knees every single day.
Yeah, unlike the WF and Amazon and places like this, and Microsoft, Bill Gates and Jeffrey Epstein and the Obamas, Bidens. These people are just common people, just common folk. Support your unions.
Servicing corporate executives. Oh yeah, everybody hate the little guy, hate the average man. I'm such a populist because I hate gay people and black people and brown people, right? Oh yeah, but corporate CEOs, I love you.
This is the most unhinged thing I've ever watched. It's incredible. It's incredible. It's nonstop entertainment. I see why. I just try to imagine the mentality it takes to watch a show like this and be like, that's a good point. Never thought of it that way.
You guys, have I done enough? No, you've never done enough. Get on your knees again, Tim. And Joe Rogan and Crowder and all of you. Get on your goddamn knees for corporate executives that you serve with this goddamn hatred.
Unlike
Don't look
us.
at the real problem in the country.
Young Turks.
All those guys
supported by
stealing your
YouTube.
money through bribing all of our politicians, Republicans and Democrats. Don't look at that. Just focus on the culture wars and drive the hatred. Because Tim's getting paid, and so are all the other monsters in the right wing. They're terrible human beings.
Oh my God, that was literally incredible. That was insane. It's so hard to live. It's so hard to live life as a leftist with so many Republicans messing with them. Yeah, I guess. So many like podcasts that are A, get more views, B, more popular without the major corporate backing like that show, aren't also supported by, the algorithms and stuff like that. It's just annoying. This guy is all over the place. He is all over the place. It's so hard to see. But that was like the most unhinged thing ever. I don't know. It's just... I just get so annoyed when people, if you believe one thing, they put you in this bubble as if you are part of the bubble because they're such children in their reasoning. They can't just distinguish people's beliefs as different as their own beliefs. They say Crowder is, Timpool plus Crowder equals Joe Rogan and Tucker Carlson. It's just so stupid. I think Young Turks is a money laundering operation. Okay, that's hilarious. Yeah, totally. I don't get any reason why they're supported by YouTube. I don't either. Like, when I watch these clips, I get a lot of my shows limited ads or are not like ad friendly and stuff like that. And like shows like that, green light. Just green light, say whatever you want, be as insane as you want, but a show like mine is under like scrutiny of like, if you slip up, if you say this little thing, we're going to come down on you. But you can just say like, Timpool wears a beanie and he molests children. And it's like, oh yeah, totally. That's okay. This is a YouTube friendly show. Like, what the frick is going on? They call us hateful while telling us we hate black and brown. It's so stupid. It makes no sense This is why they just throw out these terms like racist, homophobe, transphobe. They just say all these things. If you like, because it's the same thing. It's like whenever they have like arguments they're trying to use, they just smash everything. They'll be like LGBTQ plus climate change plus the science plus all this other stuff that like doesn't compute or make any sense why we're adding it into the same thing, but it's because they all believe the same Bible, the same leftist Bible. If like you don't believe this, if you don't believe everything in our Bible, then you are a right-wing conspiracy theorist, Tucker Carlson wannabe, Steven Crowder dress wearing son of a like, it's just so silly.